Hi there, everybody. Welcome back. We're here to pull cards today for October the 3rd. I'm going to be pulling one card for each sign. So if you know where all your placements are, you can get a lot of good juice out of this. I would at a minimum check my sun sign and my rising sign, but there's so much more information you can pull if you know your other placements as well. Let's get started. We're going to begin with Aries. And so Aries, we have you coming up as the King of Pentacles. This is really great. I feel like this is saying to me, Aries, that you are going to be feeling like you're taking control of your financial situation. You're doing something productive around your finances today, whether that's investing, whether that is getting resumes updated and applying for jobs, or whatever this might be for you at whatever level you're at. I think that you are taking some action when it comes to your finances to improve your financial situation today, Aries. Good for you. Those of us who have Taurus placements, we have the Nine of Cups showing up here. Some people call this the wish fulfillment card. I'm not so much there. That seems a little fairy tale-y to me. But I do see this as feeling emotionally satisfied and happy. For me, this comes up more whenever I'm doing something, maybe if I do a reading or something that makes me feel particularly like I've really been able to help somebody, or a Reiki session, either one. So this is doing something that makes you feel satisfied. It makes you feel like there's a darn good reason for you to be here on this planet, and what you're contributing is good and wholesome for the people in your sphere of influence. So very positive card. I like this card a lot, even though I don't think it's the end of the fairy tale or the end of the rainbow. It's still a really wonderful card. Now let's look at Gemini. Geminis, you guys have the Ten of Wands. Now this is an interesting card for me because it has kind of changed meanings as time has gone by, as I've been reading, and I've been reading since 2012. What I'm picking up on this today is that you are today taking accountability for something that's been going on in your life. And this may be something where before your perspective was that somebody else was pulling the strings, or somebody else was the reason for things happening. With this card coming up, Geminis, I feel like you're really looking at that from a new perspective with a new understanding about how much control you actually have over what you do in your life and the situations that you're in your life. And so you're taking accountability for where you are, and you're also taking accountability for where you're going to be. And so I think you're making decisions in a much more empowered and a much more proactive way today because of this new perspective that allows you to take accountability. Very nice. Definite growth there, Geminis. Cancer. King of Swords showing up in reverse for you, Cancers. This is somebody in your sphere of influence, is what I'm hearing. So a King of Swords in reverse, to me, this is somebody who is grumpy. They're moody. Um, they're having a hard time really coming to peace with something that is going on in their life, or with a decision that they need to make. They're having a hard time making that decision. Part of the reason for this is because their emotions are sort of running them, and this is a person who is not used to letting their emotions run them. That seems counterproductive to them. And so um, not only is the situation that they're in a little scary to them, but the idea that their emotions are sort of running them instead of them running their emotions is adding to that insecurity and that fear right now. So this is somebody who, it's almost like they've got double reason to be grumpy. They're grumpy because they're grumpy, and they're not used to being grumpy, and that makes them more grumpy. So I'm sorry that you have to deal with that grumpiness. if there's any way to calm them down, it's really to let them know that um, letting emotions have a significant part of a decision-making process really is not as bad as not as bad as they think it is. That might help them calm down a little bit, Cancer. No guarantees though. I'm not going to guarantee that for you. Okay. Next up, Leo. Leo, Leo. Okay, so Leos, what we have showing up for you guys is the Page of Cups coming up in reverse. Now for me, the Page of Cups in reverse is you will be letting somebody know today how important they are to you and how much you care about them. All right. Where right side up, you're hearing that from somebody else. For me, upside down is you are letting somebody know about their importance to you. Okay. Next up, Virgo. Okay, Virgos, you guys have the Tower card, and I guess I shouldn't really react with that. It's the beginning of a long story, so you want to look at the bigger picture here, really. But Virgos, for you who don't know, the Tower card just means that you have something that makes you feel secure and stable in your life, and you sort of expect it to be a part of your life indefinitely. And it's suddenly and unexpectedly removed from your experience today. Okay? Now, this is very dissettling. It can be hard to get our legs underneath of us, and it can be hard to catch our breath after that. But let's step back and look at the bigger picture, because this is just the beginning of a story, Virgos. This is happening because you were starting to kind of stagnate with whatever this was. You weren't growing, you weren't expanding. You had kind of reached the end of growth with this situation. And if there's anything that Sacred Spirit does not like, it is stagnancy. Be hot or be cold, but don't be lukewarm. And so if we don't get ourselves out of a stagnant situation, Spirit can become impatient about that, and they can kick us out of that stagnant situation. And so that really makes us look for other opportunities where we end up growing again. And so this is what's going on, is Spirit is saying, you know what, you're not moving forward here anymore. You're just stagnating, and we don't like it. So out you go. Now you're going to have to really work at getting things back to good again. Now, the good news with this card is that whatever is out there as far as opportunities that you weren't considering or looking at before, those opportunities are much better than what you are losing or coming out of today, what's being removed from your experience today. So as you're looking around, you'll find that where you end up in the end, or what you end up with in the end, will be much better than what is removed or what you did have. So big picture, it does involve some heavy-duty growth, expansion, thriving, not just surviving, moving forward progressively. However, I'm not going to candy coat it. It can be a pretty rough first impact. Okay? And so that was for who that was. Virgo. All right, next up, let's look at Libra. Okay, those of us with Libra placements, what we have here is the Queen of Wands showing up in reverse. This is just telling me that normally you're kind of sunshiny and outgoing, very positive, like to talk to people, like to help people, like to make people laugh. Today you're coming more into yourself. You're not as outgoing as you normally are today. And I feel like the reason you're not is, I think some of you have gotten really burnt out on helping other people and feeling like those other people just aren't getting it. They just don't see the vision. They don't see how to move forward. And it seems like as much as you try to help them, they're just not getting it. And I think this is coming across you. This is feeling like a problem for you. You feel like you're putting out too much energy or effort or resources towards this person who's not taking them forward and using them for the improvements that they could be or should be using them for. And so I feel like you're kind of stepping back and sort of looking at this situation and sort of regrouping about what you want to do moving forward with this situation. Okay, so that's Libra. Next up we have Scorpio. So Scorpios, 10 of Pentacles. This just tells me that we are in a situation where we feel fairly secure, where we feel like we have everything we need, and we are actually feeling so secure and so happy in this situation that we're taking it to the next level. So we could be adding on to a home or downsizing if that's what makes us feel more secure at this particular point in our lives. We could be updating uh, something that is significant in our lives. We could be upgrading a phone, upgrading a vehicle. We could be upgrading a relationship that's making us feel pretty secure and happy. So a lot of different ways that that can manifest, but it does talk about feeling secure and feeling happy and taking whatever that is that's making us feel secure and happy and taking that to the next level. Okay? Next up, let's look at Sagittarius. Is that right? Yep. Let's move these out of the way, though. Okay, so Sagittarius, you guys have the Four of Coins showing up in reverse. Four of Coins in reverse is telling me, Sagittarius, that you are, I feel like you're pouring your heart out to somebody that you were not expecting to. So you're sharing how you feel about things in your life with somebody that normally you would not be this open with today. Okay, so let's look at Capricorn. Capricorns, you guys have the Seven of Wands showing up here, and this is telling me that you are holding your own. I feel like you may have a lot of competition around you that would like to take your position in one way or another, and you are doing well enough in your position that whoever is the decision maker about who stands in your position is, whoever that person is, they don't see any need to have anybody else in that position. So you're holding your ground really well. Okay, so that is Capricorn. Next up we have Aquarius. So Aquarius, you guys have the Three of Pentacles here. This just tells me that you are building something basically, and you're collaborating with somebody to build that. So working alongside of somebody or working together with somebody to get something accomplished or put together. And then Pisces. You guys have the Eight of Coins showing up in reverse, Pisces. This just means that you're not getting any work done today. So if you were planning on going to work, even if you do go to work, you're not going to get a lot of progress under your belt. If you were planning on staying home and doing things around the house, you're not really getting anything accomplished around the house either. Whatever you have planned for today as far as work, you may want to make a rain check day for that so that you can come back to that on a backup plan. Okay? So that covers all of our placements today. Thank you all for being here so much. Don't forget, if you think that I do well on these videos, you should check me out for a private reading where I'm focusing on your energy and your energy only. I think you'll be very pleased with that service should you decide to get it. I do want to thank you guys for being here, for sharing this video, for thumbs upping this video. Also, I want to thank those of you who do buy readings from me, have bought readings from me, do buy them regularly or will be buying them. And of course, those of you who buy Reiki sessions or Reiki candles as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's because of all of you guys' support that I get to do what I love to do for my living. So I really do appreciate it. Don't forget about the contest, everybody. Put a comment below the video to enter into the contest. And I will see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.